In the machine-like grind, wisdom is the most expensive asset you will ever own. It is rarely handed to you through a textbook. It is purchased with the currency of failure. For the middle and working class, a money mistake often feels like a terminal event. But the 1% understand that a mistake is simply a tuition payment to the University of Reality. We're going to look at the anatomy of these mistakes through two iconic case studies of the human condition, symbolized by the legendary Whitney Houston, to understand how to process loss and engineer a comeback. The first case study is I Have Nothing. This represents the vulnerability of the high-stakes journey. When you make a catastrophic financial error, perhaps you over-leveraged on a bad investment or lost a business you poured your life into. The lyrics, "Don't walk away from me, I have nothing, nothing, nothing if I don't have you," perfectly mirror that feeling of total system collapse. In this context, you represents your sovereignty. When a mistake hits, it feels like your freedom is walking away from you. You feel exposed, stripped of your armor, and left with nothing. This is the price of wisdom at its most raw. The lesson here is clinical. The nothingness you feel is a data void that must be filled with new logic. If you don't have your sovereignty, you truly have nothing, which is why the preservation of capital is your primary directive. The second case study is I Will Always Love You. While many see this as a song of devotion, the architect sees it as the dignified exit. In wealth building, you will eventually have to walk away from a sunk cost. Perhaps it's a career path that no longer serves you or an investment that has turned toxic. The wisdom lies in knowing when to say, bittersweet memories, that is all I'm taking with me. You don't take the debt, the regret, or the shame, you take the data. You exit the failing position with your head high, preserving what is left of your resources to fight another day. It is a graceful detachment from a strategy that failed, allowing you to reallocate your fuel to a more productive engine. The third principle is the asymmetry of learning. Some mistakes are low-cost, high data, while others are high-cost, zero data. The 1% try to make their mistakes early and small. You want to feel that I have nothing vulnerability when you lose $1,000 at 25, so you never have to feel it when you are managing $1 million at 50. Every mistake you survive adds a layer of hardened armor to your system. Wisdom is simply the cumulative residue of survived errors. The more mistakes you've processed and corrected, the more anti-fragile your decision-making becomes. The psychology of the 1% in this domain is one of emotional detachment. They treat past losses as sunk costs. They are gone. The data has been extracted and the invoice has been paid. The only thing that matters is the current trajectory. You must forgive the previous version of yourself for not having the wisdom you have today. You are a different operator now, equipped with better data and a more refined engine. You don't look back, you only look at the next move. To execute the wisdom protocol, you must perform a mistake harvest. Identify the biggest financial error you've made in the last 5 years. Write down the 3 rules you've created to ensure it never happens again. Then, take the key from that shattered experience and use it to unlock a new vertical. You are turning leaden failure into golden strategy. You are moving from a victim of circumstance to an architect of experience. You don't get wise by being right, you get wise by being wrong and refusing to stay that way. The price has been paid. Now it's time to collect the yield. Audit the error, extract the data, refine the machine. The engine is now smarter and more resilient than ever. If you are ready to stop fearing mistakes and start engineering your way through them, subscribe. The Wealth Architecture series is your guide to the 1% mindset. We will see you in the next deep dive.